Uh, Alright, apparently I'm streaming, so welcome. Are we starting on Rumble as well, perhaps? Maybe not. Maybe not. Failed to connect to server. Well, that is disappointing. Because apparently I've got a couple of people watching as well. Let's just try this again. And if not, then we might just have to get started. Alright, let me just see if I can get this to work. That should be all good. Yeah. I got everything here. I think I did. It should be all good. Should be good. I can see that it's trying to connect to Rumble, which is good, which is at least it's doing something there. But unfortunately for people who are watching elsewhere, this is pretty unexciting. So anyway, I might just get started. But hey, welcome. This is the first podcast of 2025, which is pretty exciting. We were meant to do one earlier on today with my co-host. Unfortunately, for some reason, he wasn't able to make it, which is a bit disappointing, but we're going to get started anyway. So yeah, hey, welcome. I'd like to give a quick shout out to some of the comments from the show we had last on our last podcast. And let's just see if I can bring this up here. What's going on? My computer is all over the place today, which is just exactly what we want when I'm trying something new. It's just fantastic timing. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do either. You know what? Nothing is working on this today, and that is just fantastic. But hey, you know what? You have these kind of hiccups when you're trying something new. So that was bound to happen. Yeah, just fantastic. Let's see if I can try this one more time. See if I can actually get something to connect. Because if not, I might just have to bounce out of this one, because nothing seems to be... Oh, I see what I've done wrong there. Well, that at least answers that. I see something else I've done wrong here. Okay, alright, let me see if I can fix this in real time, because that, might help. That there, backspace that there. Okay, so if I do that correctly, now this might actually work, which would be good. Apparently I have some time to get started, but there are some people watching. Let's see if it's going to work at all. Who knows? Nothing seems to be working so far tonight, so I'm sure I'm putting on a great show for people. If anybody is watching, I thank you for your patience. It's great, much appreciated. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do either. Wow, I am doing absolutely fantastically and professionally today. I'm just trying to see. I think Rumble may actually be working, which would be some kind of miracle. So fantastic. Hey, so thank you to anybody who is watching on Rumble. Welcome. This is the Big Bad Podcast. This is the first time I've done it on Rumble live streaming. We do have a show with my co-host called The Nojo Experience over on YouTube. We were going to do one this evening, try and do a multi-stream. That didn't quite work out, so I'm doing it here just to try and test run. So thank you. I thought I've got a couple of viewers, which is pretty exciting. Thank you very much for joining us. Yeah, and hey, I did want to shout out. What I was wanting to shout out was we had a comment on our last show, just from one of our viewers, a guy, Ezra, and he just shouted out. I'm just going to try and see if I can bring this up here while I'm looking for it, just because it was quite hilarious. And we do really appreciate anybody who subscribes and leaves a nice comment for us. We're more than happy to read it out on the show. So just wanted to show a little bit of appreciation there. If I can just bring this up on screen, which would be cool. Come on, do your thing. I think everything's just going always tell the truth. Slow.
COVID was true, and you should be a vegan. Do not use these words against him in court.
Hopefully, so apologies if that's coming through as well. As you can tell, I'm like just so good at all of this. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Alright, now if I can jump back here and go side media and like that, that might actually work. There we go. And the comment down here from Ezra2389, I do know who this is. He said, make podcast great again. So thank you, Ezra, for the shout out. We do appreciate it. That was because my co-host, Johan, was wearing, he had a novelty Making America Great Again hat he decided to wear on the show, which it did make for an entertaining show. So, no, we appreciate that. Thank you very much. And yeah, like once again, guys, if you like, share, have anything to say on our comments, if you like what we have to say. Obviously, anything so far tonight might be a bit colourful because, yeah, we're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants. So, but hey, no, much appreciated. Thank you very much. Oh, we jumped out there. No, we'll get rid of that for a moment. Yeah, so thank you very much. Anyway, look, hey, hope you guys are having a fantastic new year. Mine has not been too bad so far. Has been, I would describe it as, you know, not too eventful, but it's been good. It's been in a good way. I did get out, and so like obviously it's here in New Zealand, it's summer. And so there's a bit of stuff to do, but the weather has been raining a bit, but I did get a bit of a break, and I was cleaning up some trees and stuff in my yard, and I borrowed my father-in-law's mulcher. Never done this before, and so this was me the other day, and I was just not prepared for how much fun this was. Like, just absolute feeding branches into this mulcher. I just was having such a good time. I could have done this all day, and I did, in fact, just do it all day, until one of the trees I tried to mulch up actually clogged the machine, so that kind of slowed me down a bit. But I got just about everything I needed to done there, so that was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah. So moving on, what else did we have to talk to today? That was a little bit. I did have a little bit. I've got a few things to talk about tonight, and like a bunch of it is like social media drama. So bear with me. I'll understand if that's not your thing. It's not everything that I try to talk about. It's just I had a few things that were just amusing to me. So I'll try and bring this here up quickly, because this is. Just get rid of that tab there. I saw this post on X, and I do post a bit on X. I have a little bit of fun there, you know, and that's all good. And the post was fine. It was one about Taylor Swift, and like, I don't really have anything against Taylor Swift. It's just, you know, her music's not my thing, but hey, full credit. She's a very talented young lady. Incredibly successful, you know, you can't take that away from her. Just not my music, but you know, I kind of like the memes and jokes that are made about Taylor Swift, and you know, I enjoy that. I have partaked in that a few times, and nothing's really ever happened before. Well, I'll show you what happened, because this one kind of went off a little bit, and yeah, and if this thing will load, it does seem to be going a bit slow. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully, I'm just kind of keeping an eye on what's happening over on the old green Rumble app. Hopefully that is working all right, because it does look like it's going a little bit slow. Maybe just a bit of a delay. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, gosh, is this going to load or not? Refresh. Let's see if this is going to work. Here we go. Now it seems to be working. And I can bring this up and show you guys. So yeah, I saw this post on X. It was actually a really lovely post. If it come up and show, because if I can get to that one there we go. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, jumped back. No, go back one. There we go. Taylor Swift stuns at Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas City. That's really sweet. Like, I have nothing wrong with that. Obviously, like, she's going to visit kids at a hospital. Absolutely, it was great. But just because it was Taylor Swift and because there was all these memes going around, I just had to do it. So I added a little bit there, and so I was like, meanwhile, in the car park outside, and it's a really, I thought it was a lame joke. It was just a really simple joke, like, she took her private jet to the car park. No, I did not expect anything happened to it. Well, Taylor Swift fan accounts happened to pick up on this one. This got 614,000 views, which is a little bit more than I would normally get on anything. But I did get 350 likes, so that was all right. And I said, it seems I've upset the Swift bots. This one here, they're all Taylor Swift fan accounts. This one's got 31,000 followers, and she just said, are we supposed to laugh? It's got 5 points. Okay, well, I got roasted. I really don't care. But yeah, some of them were a little bit unhinged. Like, yeah, get back to me when you spend your free time visiting sick kids in the hospital after you've just ended your almost 2-year-long physically demanding tour. You are disgusting for both of us. Like, okay, settle down a little bit. Like, it was a joke. Yeah, you don't actually care about the environment, I bet. You just use it as a way to drag the... Yeah, I don't really. It was just a joke, to be honest. I don't care. And, yeah, and then, yeah, they just called me. There's a lot of people calling me a bad parent for making fun of this. And, like, normally it would probably bother me a little bit if there was that many people dishing out hate at me, but honestly, because there was a bunch of Taylor Swift fan accounts, I did not care, and it was the most funny thing for me, and I actually quite enjoyed this whole interaction. I just thought it was hilarious. There were a couple of people, like, making legitimate threats. I probably could have got their accounts banned if I wanted to, but no, honestly, it just made me, the whole thing made me laugh, so there was no there. I just let that one go. Yeah, I think they were just piling on, trying to get me to delete it, but I found it funny, so I was like, no, I'm not deleting this. I'm going to leave it up. It was a great laugh for me. So yeah, anyway, just be warned. If you are going to post something about Taylor Swift especially, there is a possibility that somebody's going to go a little bit nutty over it. So I'd just say that, be careful, because you never know who's going to see your post. Yeah, like I said, other one. The other thing that I've actually, this one I don't want to actually look at. But there is this this page, community notes and violations, because one of the great things about X that I do actually like is the community notes, because they are great. People can add context to posts, call people out if they're lying, and like nobody is above it. Elon Musk gets hits all the time. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. But some of these community notes are just awesome. Like this one here. It needs to be said, Sydney Sweeney's boobs are not that big. And then readers added context. They thought people might want to know. Yes, they are. So yep, we needed that one there. This one here, actually, back on the Taylor Swift. This is Taylor Swift and Kanye. Okay, so this is a post pointing out that Kanye Swift's at the time, Kanye West at the time, his net worth was like $400 million. I think it might have dropped a bit since then. I really don't know. And Taylor Swift is 1.1 billion. And Taylor Swift can now buy Kanye West and still have 700 million left for herself. Interesting. The note, Taylor Swift cannot buy Kanye West, as this was abolished in 1865 in the United States. I just love that somebody felt the need to put that, put that community note on there. It's so much more. Yeah, I don't actually want to look at this one. I think there was another good one. Oh, this one was just funny. Just saying, most unnecessary sex scene in a movie. And I love this note. It's just so good. This is arguably the most necessary sex scene in the history of film. The plot of the film revolves around how Chevy Chelios, Jason Statham's character, needs his adrenaline pumping to stay alive, and one of the ways he could achieve so is by having sex. So you like, just once again, this one's these are the lungs of a 10-year-old child that grew up in a home with a gas oven. They're not supposed to look like that. Yeah, this is a picture of a walnut. Oh, some of these are just so good. And like, you know, if you're scrolling, it's great. Like, Twitter is the place to go if you just want to see people get dunked on. And yeah, that was brilliant. I just love that. Yeah. So that was good. I was gonna. This is unfortunate. I was going to try and talk about this a little bit with my co-host, but I thought, hey, just while we're here, can anybody in the comments, if you feel free, take a name. What was your best and worst like film or show that you saw of 2024? Because that's you know, that's something I want to get a little bit more into, doing some TV and movie reviews. I would have to say for myself. And feel free to disagree with this. Worst show of 2024 by far was The Acolyte that I saw. That was just abysmal. I forced myself to watch the whole thing, and didn't really enjoy any. Oh, there was a couple of fight scenes that were okay, and that was about it. Like, everything else was just horrible about that show, and like, I wanted to give it a shot. The guy Soul, is it from? From Squid Game. Yeah, that character, his character was pretty good, but then by the end you saw that, like, you kind of hated him, although he didn't really do anything that wrong. It was just weird, and I didn't really like that show. But hey, great show actually is King of Tulsa with, why am I blanking on the, it's not Steven Seagal, is it? No, that would be an insult. Sylvester Stallone. That is really good. It's a Taylor Sheridan show. Highly recommend that. It's just like, it's not quite as serious as like the Sons of Anarchy, but it's a good fun show, and you just get sucked into that one. So that one is good. That would be, yeah. I can't think of worst movies. Best one would have to be Deadpool versus Wolverine. That was just a great time. I enjoyed every moment of that. You know, it was just like over the top in all the best ways, and yeah, it was a great time. So yeah, that would be my recommendation there. I was really looking forward to the trailers. Look really good of what's coming out. Kraven the Hunter, I thought that was going to look really good, but every review I've heard of that has not been fantastic at all. And funny thing with that movie, I'd actually heard that one got completely reshot, and which makes sense because a lot of the reviews saying like the dialogue back and forth between characters, like, it doesn't seem to match up, and like that would make sense if they'd you know, if they had split that, and I'd had to re-record the entire movie. That would make sense why that would be like that. So yeah, that's a bit of a disappointing. I did go see the Sonic movie with my kids just the other day, just since Christmas. That was really good. It is a good kids movie. I enjoyed it. Jim Carrey, man, he absolutely makes that movie. Like, it's good with the Shadow, the character, and it's voiced by Keanu Reeves, and he really suits that character. Like, you know, like, it is a movie for kids. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like Shrek, which is, you know, kind of a kids movie with an adult humor in there to keep you entertained. It's not really like, I was thinking about that. Like, what was it in Shrek? There's like a scene in there, and then like it shows Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and the mirror's like, oh, although she lives with 7 other men, she's not easy. And I can remember as a kid, it's like, Dad, what does that mean? He's like, yeah, never mind, mate. Anyway, back to Sonic. It is a great movie. Jim Carrey, like, carries it, and I don't mean to give away spoilers. He plays 2 characters in this movie. That's kind of the essential theme of it, but he does it so well. And so yeah, no, that's worth a watch. You won't be dead bored, at least as a parent, watching that, and your kids will really enjoy it. It's maybe a little bit darker than some of the other movies, but like, they do it well. It's not really jump scares or anything like that, so your kids will enjoy it. You know, I took my 2 boys who are 6 and 9, and they loved it. So yeah, no, that's if you got some young kids, I do recommend that absolutely. Oh, right. Now, there was a couple of other things that I wanted to talk to as well. That's, like, this is getting back to a little bit of, once again, a little bit of social media drama, I suppose. So, I know a lot of people on here will probably be aware of who the Daily Wire and Ben Shapiro is. Okay, so, but I'll just explain it if you're not. So, Ben Shapiro, he is like part owner of the Daily Wire. It's a massive media company. They've got the likes of, they run podcasts. Obviously, they've got Ben Shapiro. He's like one of their main talents. They've also got Matt Walsh, a bunch of others. And one of the ones that they started, a show that they started up, was called The Comment Section, and it had a young woman named Brett Cooper. It was the host of that. And basically it was just like going through comment sections on YouTube, on different social media sites, and seeing and she'd kind of break it down what the public opinion is on, like, quite on matters. And it was, I didn't see a whole bunch of it, but it was a pretty good show. And she seemed to really do well, this woman, Brett Cooper. I was trying to think. It must have been, I'm just looking at it now, it must have started around the start of 2022. So going just about 3 years now. Well, out of the blue, just within the last month or so, they've announced that she was leaving. I heard some rumours, funnily enough, just before it happened. And something was going on there, and she was leaving all of a sudden. And I thought, like, it's probably a contract negotiation, something like that. And right about that time, another YouTuber, really, really large one, Tim Pool, who runs Timcast IRL. He's kind of hosts a like political talk show. He had like a freak out one night. I started to see, I don't watch all of it, but I did happen to see this one here, and there was some kind of delay. The show didn't start when it was meant to, and he had a big freak out because they had to change studio last minute, and he was like airing all this laundry of his company, and like, oh, there's nobody here who can do the job properly. I have to do everything myself, and I think the only way is I'm going to sell the company. And so, like, that set the room well off. And like, nobody, he kind of seemed to think like he can't bring any manager in. I'm kind of sitting there thinking, it's like, if you're struggling with this, mate, it's probably like a you issue. If you're the top guy and you have to do everything yourself, it's probably because people don't feel like you may not have the right person in the right positions, but it's also probably that they don't feel that they can make these decisions without running past you, which maybe you're a bit of a control freak, so it might be a you issue. That's just by and by. But these all kind of happened around at the time, and I kind of looked at it and I was like, I think these two are actually connected, because after that, once again, the rumour mill started going around that the Daily Wire was out to purchase Tim Pool's show. And I kind of thought about it actually made a little bit of sense, because the Daily Wire, their main business models, they host these shows on YouTube, and I think a few of them do on Twitter as well, maybe, I don't really know. But, their main thing is they do the show, but then they try and sell subscriptions to their Daily Wire, which has a whole bunch of content that you can't see on YouTube, you can't see for free, you have to pay for it. That's their business model for all of their content creators. It's like, well, Brett Cooper, with her show, The Comment Section, doesn't quite work like that, because she's talking about publicly available comments. So I don't believe she actually had that kind of show. So she didn't kind of drive people to their subscription service the same way that their other creators do. But she was incredibly successful. In fact, I think she was second only to maybe Ben Shapiro. She had about 5 million subscribers. Well, with all this drama since she left, and I'm just looking. Oh, actually, so I'll bring this up so you guys can see, rather than just my ugly face. Is this going to? Yeah, there we go. Now, as you can see, this woman here in the top corner is not actually Brett Cooper. That's that's the replacement. And she was the producer for Brett Cooper and also bridesmaid for her at Brett's wedding. So it's like a bit of a friendship. But, yeah, they were up to about 5 million subscribers, which is absolutely massive on YouTube. Like, you know, just about no one gets up to those kind of figures. But yeah, she was getting up there, she's doing really well. Wow, since look at this, 390,000, loss of 390,000 subscribers since Brett left the show and this new girl started. And yeah, they're losing, like, some days 40,000 subscribers a day. I can't even believe it. That is unbelievable. And yeah, if you go over to the likes of Timcast IRL, which I'll try and bring up now. So his show, little bit, quite a different, layout and all that type of thing. Not as big. I actually thought, because he's been going for a whole lot longer, and he's had a really large show. But yeah, he doesn't have as many subscribers as what she does, actually. It's like she's 2.22, which is still, it's a massive channel, but nowhere near in the vicinity. But I thought Daily Wire, if they could purchase Timcast IRL, they would probably think that it was a better fit for them, and would more fit, like, would drive people to sign up to their subscription service to Daily Wire. And I think that they made they definitely made a mistake with Brett, because they just seemed to think that they could just replace her, because they did genuinely start the show with her, with Brett Cooper, but I think they really underestimated. They thought that they could just take Brett out and slot a new host in, and like people would just go along with it, wouldn't be any problem. And oh boy, has that backfired on them. Yeah, so personally, I find that whole thing funny. Yeah, but Brett Cooper, as far as I know, she's starting starting afresh, and I think based on everything we're saying here, she will do really well, and she'll absolutely crush it. So, no, that'll be good to see. All the best for her. And just one more note on the whole Timcast IRL, because there was, like I said, the rumour mill was definitely going around quite a lot, and Tim had kind of, he was kind of like not confirming or denying. I was about 70% convinced that, like, he's sold it to the Daily Wire, because just made sense to me. But I did see in the kind of closing on this one here, I did see a post from Tim on that, because he said he was going to do a big announcement on that there, and I might be giving this away when it loads up. I'm just going to close that for just a second, so I can load this up, so I can show you the announcement. Providing my computer's going to work. It is going a little bit slow, so I still can see I have a couple of live viewers, so hey, thank you very much, guys, for sticking with me. It's I really appreciate anybody who is coming to watch. Where can I? There we go. Is this going to pop up? Oh, I see what's happening. I'll be here with us a second. Sorry, guys. Everything's going a little bit slow, which is just good fun. No, if I come back there. As you can tell, trying to work this out a little bit. Oh, gosh, no. Back. There we go. I should have just done a screenshot for this. It would be so much easier. There we go. I can see it back there. And he said, oh yeah, as an aside, Daily Wire did not buy Timcast. We are not selling Timcast. I personally own 100% with no outside investment and have no intention of selling. We are hiring some new managers and are exciting for the new year. Shout out to Daily Wire. They're good people. I'm a huge fan. I wish them... I feel like Tim's a bit bloviating at times. He didn't really need to go that far. But anyway, I did really love this response from Jerry Morning. He's like, wait, what? Like, he wasn't aware that, and he's trying to get it streaming rights for Tim's Chicken City, which apparently is just a live stream for chickens, and probably far more successful this one. But hey, that is, yeah. That is, so I was wrong on that one there. But anyway, hey, look, I believe, like I said, Brett Cooper has got a new YouTube channel. I would recommend going to subscribing if you appreciate it, if you've seen the comment section. It was a good show, and she's a good host, so I'm sure that'll be great as well. Hey, that's probably it for me, guys. Like I said, thank you very much. This has been fun. It's been the first time I've kind of done this dual stream, so we'll see how that goes, if I can make that work and do more in the future. But thank you very much for the guys who stuck through and watched this. If you can send us a like or a comment, like I said, I'll be happy to shout you out next week. No, sorry, even it'll be sooner than that, I think, actually, next time I do another one of these. So yeah, thank you very much. Much appreciated. And